Guys, I'm back. I know it's been a little longer than last time, and I miss you guys. I know. So, all right. So the next thing that we need to do is we need to position this logo. Remember the last one we set up the logo. So this one we need to actually position the logo where it needs to go. So I'm gonna hold Shift. I'm gonna grab the logo and I'm just gonna move it down. Now, here's something to be aware of. If I were to just start grabbing right now and notice how the box changes to a different color, I'm grabbing the photo inside of the frame, okay? That's not what we want to do. We want to make sure that we're grabbing the frame. So just so you know, the way photos work in InDesign is it's like a picture in a frame. So meaning you have your actual frame, which if I click off and you see the green, which is matching my layer box. Now if yours are a different color, it's okay. But you see the green that's matching it. This is the frame. So anything that is the color of the layer. So as long as yours matches the color of the layer, my outline is green. My layer, see the box right here on the layer is green. Okay. So as long as they match, then you're affecting the frame. If I hover over, see how it becomes that little disc and it gives me the hand? Then I'm grabbing the photo that is inside of the frame. So when I click there, it changes to a different color. Your color might be different, and that is fine. But it changes to a different color, and now I'm moving this photo all over the inside of the frame. Does that make sense to you guys? So it would be just like if you had a photo and you have that photo in the frame. You know how you can move the picture all over the inside of the frame? That is what I'm doing. I'm moving the picture inside of a frame. I want to make sure that I have the frame selected. So again, anytime you're in doubt of what you have selected, click off of it and it should be the same color as your layer. So the way to avoid it is not to grab in the center, because the center says, oh, it changes to the hand. It says, oh, I want to move this photo that's inside of the frame. Make sure you're grabbing close to the outer edges, and then you'll be grabbing the actual frame. See how now I'm grabbing it and and it is the correct color, and it means that I have the frame. So now at this point I can move it, because what happens a lot of times, and I'll just show you, is students will click on this disc and they'll start moving and they're like, what happened? My photo went away. That's because you moved that photo out of the frame area. Okay, so let's make sure, again, I'm making sure that it is the same color as the layer, and now I'm grabbing on the outside, or I'm clicking on the outside area away from the center, and now I can move it, and I'm moving my frame. Okay, so that's very important information for you to know. All right, so now I have the frame moved, and I have it set. That looks pretty good. So now we have moved successfully, moved the logo into place, right? So I'm going to collapse these panels for a second, because something I'm realizing that I forgot we needed to do earlier, but I forgot. So this USS Ronald Reagan that you guys see right here, I'm going to have to unlock my layers panel. So let's unlock the text layer just for a second. And like I said, it's because before I forgot to do it. I don't want to re-record that video. So, so I'm going to select this text layer, and I'm going to move this right below the guide. Okay, so right where it's right on the guide, because this is the spot that it's supposed to be in. And like I said, we should have already done this, but I forgot, so that was my fault. But move it right below to where it lines up with the top of the guide. So now it is set. So if yours wasn't done, if you're following me, I'm sure it wasn't, then go ahead and move this to where it lines up to the top. All right, I'm going to go ahead and lock again the text layer, because we're not affecting text right now, we're affecting graphics. So I just want to make sure. All right, so now I'm going to hit save. So I'm going to hit Control S just to make sure I'm saving often. All right, so we placed the logo, we filled the frame proportionally. The next thing that we're going to do is we're going to make a new frame box. So what I'm going to do is now I'm going to do the shortcut key. I also want to make sure that images and graphics is selected. So let's go ahead and make sure that layer is selected. It is. So I'm going to hit the F key for my frame tool, And I know that I want this frame to go in this area. So what I'm going to do is click right here in the upper left corner of the third column. Okay, so just click there. And what's going to happen is you're going to get the rectangle options box. Did you guys get it? Sweet. So in our width, we want it to be 19. And in our height, we want this box to be 29 picas. Okay, once you have that, click OK. And if you did that correctly, this frame will go exactly where you told it to go. You know why? Because the reference point up here says, hey, pin this to the upper left corner of wherever you click. So because this reference point is upper left corner, we clicked there, it drew the box out from there. It pinned it here and it drew it out from there, which is so awesome. This is so awesome to know, I'm telling you. All right, so the next thing that we're gonna do is we're gonna place the Reagan file, and I told you guys that there's a shortcut key. Of course, you can always go up to File Place, or with this selected as it is, we can hit Control D, and it's going to give us the Place dialog box. So cool, makes it so easy, love it. All right, the one that we want is Reagan Vertical. Let's go ahead and double click that so that we open it, and it comes in. Now it's coming in too large for us, right? Of course, if we look at it. So what we want to do is we want to make sure that this one fills proportionately, right? I say that word so wrong, but that's okay. All right, so let's go ahead and set that up. Let's go ahead and fill the frame proportionally. So we're gonna go to our either right click, go down to fitting. There's also a shortcut key for this one, but any shortcut key that goes past 2 keys, I don't give you guys. So let's go to fitting, and then let's go to fill frame proportionally. And it filled the frame for us, which is awesome. All right. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to insert another picture, but for now, I think we're good. I don't want the video to go too long, so I'm going to hit Control Save just so that this is saved, and I'm going to pause the video, and I'm going to see you guys in just a few shakes, all right? See you guys in a few, but this is what yours should look like so far.